All right, so what's up, everybody? This is Brad from the National Pool, and today we are going back in time. We're going to be playing one of my, I don't know about favorites, but yeah, one of the, not even top 10, but it's a cool game, I'll say that. And I have a lot of fond memories of it. Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, the arcade game, and we're using OpenEMU here. And I have the X Arcade tank stick, but just because I'm sitting down, I'll be using this. It's a Hyperkin Sega Genesis controller that connects via USB. I got it on Amazon. So let's get into it. Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. So I can't hear any of the game audio just because of OBS, but it sounds like some kind of condition or something. So, but the game audio is pretty cool. I've got it lowered a bit so you can hear me. But they did license the music for it, but it's like different renditions of the music. Let me just fix my mic here. Sorry about that. And so this is what it sounds like when you insert a coin. So that's a lot of fun if you're playing with a bunch of other people. Usually that's more fun than actually playing the game. It's just annoying your friends by inserting coins. Yeah, so let me do some of this before. Let's see how many coins I'll need. I'll do 20 to start with. So let's get into it. So, yeah, this can actually take up to 4 players. So, again, I'm using OBS, and you can download it from any EMU site or emulator site. There's pretty much 2 controls here. You hold this down, and to do like a super attack. And then you can dance, which you can either, again, just annoy your friends with the dancing, because it stops the whole game when you do that. But it, gotta say to them kids. But when you dance, it makes all the other players dance and somehow hurts them. Got a mechanical power-up. So all in all, I mean, for being a Michael Jackson video game, like if you were to just say, you know, I like Michael Jackson made a video game, you might not think it's that great, but this is actually kind of fun. It's not that bad of a game. And I can't think of, like, you know, who would today make a video game, like, I don't know, like Drake, Lady Gaga, Rihanna. I don't think that their video game would be as cool as the Michael Jackson game. And I might be mistaken, but I can't recall any other musicians. I mean, aside from that Aerosmith arcade game, maybe that's where this whole thing kind of kicked off. But aside from Aerosmith, that really, I should have let that play. That really made video games. So it's from that point of view, it's pretty unique. A little advertisement for Sega up there. So that's 1 death so far. I'll go ahead and let's dance. So aside from, when I was a kid playing this at the arcade, since I got the emulator, this is, I think, my 3rd time playing through it. And there was a pizza restaurant that had an arcade when I was growing up, and so this was in there for quite some time. So, spent a fair amount of time doing that, but there are places in the game, like most other arcade games, that are just meant to eat your quarters. Stuff that's way too difficult to play around. And I'm not really trying to play around anything. I'm just kind of, get a little bit of like a bullet hell action going on mixed with the classic, what do you call them? Like the Ninja Turtles type, just beat 'em up type style game. The music adds a lot. The dancing is annoying if you use. Yeah, there you go. Just got a dance thing. I think there's a difficult part coming up where all these people get out of cars. I'm assuming I don't want to walk into that stuff, but I don't know. Oh, okay. It looks like those people over there are shooting at me. Let's see if I can get through it. No, is it hurting? So what? Yeah, it looks like one shot of the turbocharge thing, and you have to aim it a little bit too. Ah, these guys. I'll go ahead and make them dance. And of course, I mean, yeah, the craziest part, especially if you're playing this game with your friends, like that haven't seen this game before, the craziest part is that you have to save the kids. You know, Michael Jackson, etc. That's kind of funny, and but yeah, all in all, it's a great game to play with your friends. If you have, you know, pick up some USB controllers off of Amazon, and it's a blast. And I'm having a bit of fun right now, but this is more so just to stream it and just to show everybody. Looks like we got some robots up there, so I'll go ahead and do the dance. But yeah, it's weird. I think he has to fight the Mafia or something. It's a strange game. It really is. But, you know, for an arcade game, it's not that bad. It would be kind of nice if there were more attacks, but then I guess that's kind of similar to those Ninja Turtle games where, well, I guess, yeah, I don't think, surprisingly, he can't jump. But, yeah, it'd be nice to be able to jump or something with a little variety, because I'm just kind of button mashing here. And the band turns against you. I wonder if that's some kind of metaphor. Alright, so I think I'm going to dance, because I think one of those kids is going to give me a power-up, which is weird to say. Didn't get another dance thing. But yeah, I mean, at the time when this came out, you'd think Mortal Kombat was like a big deal. Like, don't let the kids play Mortal Kombat, it's violent. Like, this one might be a little, I don't know, just a creepy level of it. Goddamn, where do I go? Okay, it's just auto walk there. Oh. Yeah, and lots of robots. I think the Ninja Turtles game, and you'll probably never see me do a stream of that. That game just annoys me. I've played it through it so many times as a kid. I think that's why. And it was more available too. Like, there's a place in Las Vegas that is it Coin Op or something. If you go there, check it out if you like retro stuff. But like, all their machines are broken because they're like I don't know. I dare say I'm a pretty damn good at Mortal Kombat 2. And basically this place out in Vegas just has drunks smashing on the buttons day in, day out, and they don't do any upkeep. So my friend just beat me at Mortal Kombat when we were roommates. I was in control, taking... Is this a boss? Should I... Oh, do the dance thing. Yeah, like, just undefeated in Mortal Kombat 2, that is. I don't know what Mortal Kombat's up to these days. But, that was pretty frustrating. But yeah, so that place out in Vegas, they had the Ninja Turtles game. So not... What is this storyline? So I know I skipped part of it. I should have let it play. I just get... It's the same way I play everything, you know, like World of Warcraft. I never read quest text. I just like to shoot. But yeah, so my point from 3 minutes ago was that that this game wasn't as the proliferation of it wasn't as much as that Ninja Turtles game. So that's why I don't mind playing through this now. But I have a ton of games on here, and I'm hoping to, you know, probably not all of them deserve to be played all the way through just for my sanity. But it'd be kind of cool if I could kind of eventually play through all of them. Yes, that guy didn't go down easily, so I just had to use that. As you can see, this does you know, just that audio here, because you know it's gonna happen again. But these USB controllers I got aren't too bad. I picked one up. They're basically just when I was setting up the controls, it looks like, you know, just a number of buttons that the computer already recognizes, or in some cases they're almost like MIDI notes or something. But they're not bad. They're fairly faithful to the original. So I got a Super Nintendo controller, regular Nintendo, and this Sega Genesis. And yeah, they're not too bad. It's, yeah, nothing I could do there. It's interesting how when I was a kid, you know, growing up with NES, I'm 33, and playing Michael Jackson on a Friday, so that's my life. But I hope you guys are having fun with me. What was I say? Yeah, so when I was a kid playing NES, I'll pause for that dance because I don't know if you can hear me. You know, the dumbest games are just, you get so excited about it, and then now it's like some of them, if the playability's off or it's just, you know, tough or whatever, it's just like, I don't have time for this. Not when there's so many other games around. So what is this? Round 3, stage 1. So this is of course a boss here, but I'm just trying to think of, like, I don't know, the round formatting is a bit strange. Oh, okay. Oh, you do get multiples. You can get like 3. I'm gonna have to, okay, I was gonna have to use the other one if that didn't kill him. So, dancing kills robots. If you're ever being attacked by a robot, just make them dance. I tried to aim this, Jesus, twice now. I think the single hits work better on those things. Yes, I don't know, these like mob guys, and then the guys in the blue suits look like something out of this other game, like Smash 3D TV or something. All these games that I remember, you know, reading in the magazines when I was a kid and thinking that they were the best, and you go back and play them now, it's like, oh man, like, what was I thinking by playing them, and what were they thinking by making it? But yeah, one of the cool things about this, the Open Emu, is that it does have some homebrew stuff, which is really cool. And then there's also a lot of stuff that was, you know, similar, I guess, the tabletop games like Pac-Man, stuff like that were laid out horizontally. There's some games like that people made that are pretty fun. That were out there, not necessarily homebrew, but just from really small companies that would have just been like lost in the ether if it weren't for these emulators. And they're some pretty unique games. Some of them are total garbage. But yeah, I think it'll be cool. It sucks not being able to hear the game audio right now, because I'm missing part of the experience for sure. Especially if it's a game that I haven't played before. And I tried hooking up OBS a few different ways and just wasn't able to make it happen. Excuse me. Oh, yeah, this guy's definitely getting danced on. I like that little strut, that's kind of cool. I'm definitely not good at those bullet hell games. So this is kind of tough. Okay, so I guess that was the guy from the beginning of the game. For some reason, Michael Jackson wants to get rid of him. There's those kids. Hey, you're in a graveyard. Alright, let's see what's going on. Oh, okay, so this is probably like some thriller type action. I never really paid much attention to the game because like the locations in the game, because the bosses or enemies are more or less the same. Trying to play a little bit more strategically, just that didn't work at all. Yeah, so what did I start out with? 60, like roughly 60 quarters. Yeah, so this is, and granted, I'm just kind of mindlessly powering through this here, but and if you have other players, they also just look like Michael Jackson too, just with different color schemes, and then I think that their lasers that they shoot are also different. But yeah, it's weird though, playing arcade stuff that's based off of quarters. Like, of course, when you're in the arcade, you can beat the game if you have enough money. So it feels like cheating with by not having to put in quarters. But then again, like the whole game, no matter how bad you are, if you have enough money, you can beat it. Like, so that. Just overall, it's kind of weird. Probably this style of game specifically, I mean. Like other stuff, like I remember the Golden Axe or some of those maybe where, involved a little bit more skill. Slightly. I'm probably not thinking of Golden Axe exactly, but burn that. Round 4, stage 2. And one of the cool things, I feel like I'm shilling for OBS here, or not OBS, for OpenEMU. I think on most games it'll actually save your progress, which is pretty cool too. I started playing Pokemon on, I guess, like one of the black and white, green and white, one of the Game Boy versions. And that was kind of cool. I played one of those for like a whole day, I think. And then I just kind of figured, like, what's the point? Maybe, you know who would have a good video game? As far as rap goes, I think Future. I think Future would probably have a pretty good video game. But it would have to, I think the tough thing, though, is that I'm thinking of arcade games, not like a Xbox-type game or even like an iOS game. Like, something like this. You have to get, like, lean or something. I don't know. I could just hear a lot of the beats that he uses being probably pretty cool background music for video games. You could, like, I don't know, have other rappers like join up with you or something. I don't know. I can't see the comments right now, but I'll check them later to throw out any ideas, and then I'll make the game. Why would a robot be in a graveyard? Trying to count how many hits it takes. It's like 2. These guys are 3. I will say one cool thing that the game has, and it probably didn't take them too much time, but the fact that they thought about it, was that every type of... I feel like this is a goblin in Diablo, it's going to get away eventually. Every type of character, or every type of enemy in the game, has its own unique dance, which I think is kind of cool. So apparently this is... you're not supposed to trespass in this part of the graveyard. There's that dance thing before I get taken out. Like, this kind of thing here seems like this is just made to make people lose quarters. And then they come back. Yeah. At least they die after one shot, but... yeah. Oh, and it looks like you keep... so I just died, and it looks like I keep the robot form. I wonder if that's just probably a timer? And I don't know how close I am to actually beating this game here. I forgot what the end looks like. These kids doing it in a graveyard. And why are those mob guys taking children? I like how the spider said bip. This is kind of cheesy here. It looks like this is just the first level backwards, pretty much. Would have been cool to kind of see some different stuff there. These look like those ninjas. I keep talking about Ninja Turtles. Use that up. I'm just watching the health meter there. Not that it matters, like, at all. But I'm trying to play somewhat realistically. And I'm fairly certain, trying not to talk over the dance because I know it's loud. I'm fairly certain if you download all this stuff and want to play it, like, you don't necessarily need the USB controller. It's just a lot more convenient. But I know it'll take commands. And then look at that robot thing. That's weird. Like, that's not good. Nobody in quality control caught that. But yeah, if you want to play it, you can totally play it with just your keyboard and just assign, you know, what buttons are what. But I guess some of the movement might be a little awkward depending on how, you know, comfortable you are with the WASD or whatever. Okay, so to clarify my Mortal Kombat skills, they're specifically only on the N64, so maybe I'll check and see if I have an emulator, but it has been ages, and I don't have, I'm not copping out here, but I don't have the N64 USB controller. But those were the days. We'd do just like winter. I'm gonna have to kill this guy like that. We do winter got next, and I would just like run that thing. That's not a good machine. Gotta have an elevator level. So I guess the spider is their evil group. Those guys came out like... I want to see how long those dudes will stand there. Oh, I guess... I guess while I'm playing, it's tough to think of things to keep rambling on about. But go ahead and hit that donate button if you're enjoying the retro vibes here. USB controllers ain't free, people. I don't think I've actually ever had anyone donate. Now, granted, I'm just kind of getting started on Twitch, but you could be the first. How many times is that going to happen? Never. Just once. It's a shame that they don't make the robot form dance, too. That would be kind of... I mean, because they did everything else with it. We'll start walking like that. Let's get this guy. They don't turn colors, like, as you're, I guess, just when you hit them. But, like, there's no way to really tell what their health is at. Did I get it? No, there's still more. So I did my last TJ set on YouTube. I'm kind of trying out both Twitch and YouTube, and that was a good time. I had, oh, this might be the end of the game here. So that wasn't too bad. I was hoping it was going to take forever. Mr. Big's evil plot. Mr. Big? It's kind of cheesy. Gigantic laser cannon. But what of Michael? Soared away. And the children that he saved, well, they're smiling. They know that Michael will return one day and share with them another wondrous and magical adventure. Alright, Michael. Well, and this is pretty cool when they got the credits for the songs that they use. I think that's one of the big pluses of the game, is that they actually had like his real songs instead of you know, just generic video game music. So all in all, my review, Columbia, is it? Oh, available on CD, tapes, and records. So he made up the game concept. Well, good for you, Michael. Aside from the children and the oddly shaped robot. So yeah, not a bad game. The Aerosmith game was a shooter, so it's kind of tough to play it on here. But Game over. Is that nice? Not a bad game. Third time playing it through, and it's still I don't hate it. I think it's because it's quirky enough that it kind of keeps you going. Oh, I remember that. That was really big. Like all the video games had that. The Reagan era. Well, that has been Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, the big playthrough, based on a TV show or a TV show, a movie. I guess I never saw the movie. I don't think. I remember the poster. So I'm gonna take 5, stop the stream, and I'm gonna see if I can find another game. And feel free to throw any requests in the chat if you know of any other arcade games. I think I've got most of them. So yeah, I'll be back. So yeah, here's the demo when you're playing with other people. The attract mode kind of stuff. So yeah, I'll see if I can find something else, that might be fun to stream. And stay tuned, and I'll be back shortly.